guys were at the CMA Awards. How was that?
Uh,
Like,
CMAs, if anything, are just inspiring, and particularly for artists where we are right now, which is we're sitting in the seats, we're about as close to the stage as you can get without being on the stage. And so we really feel that like bubble of energy of like that could be us next year. So I think taking away that inspiration and that vision of being able to imagine us up there and either being nominated, and also presenting or performing or whatever the case is. So that was a huge thing for me
Yeah.
to take away.
For sure. Yeah, and I think it's cool too. Like, I think finally for us, after being a band for 5 years, it's a really cool thing to to consider a lot of artists that are on the radio and having a lot of success, peers and friends. So it's great for us to get to celebrate their successes too. And like, we sat right next to Dan and Shay, who presented the other night, and
And nominated.
we're nominated. Yeah, so. It's cool to get to root for your buds too.
Yeah.
did you guys have a favorite performance from the other night?
Ooh.
I love Smoking and Drinking.
Yeah, I think I did
It's
too.
my favorite song.
I'll say that as well. That was one of my favorite. I also I loved seeing Megan Trainor and Miranda.
Yeah.
So basically Miranda. She's a through line for favorite performances. It's funny though, we were talking about Love and Keith. We were backstage, unfortunately, for his performance. It was such a bummer. We saw it on the TV and we were like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Keith is on now. Dang it. We always love watching him live. He's just, he's just perfect. The way he sings and plays. And this is the last thing I'll comment, but I think one nice thing about doing that is that for us, we've been on tour, and we just did radio tour this summer, which is grueling. I mean, it's like 5 a.m. wake-up calls, and you're going to bed at midnight, and generally Monday through Friday for a long amount of time. And so it's kind of nice just to have like a day to get really fancy. And like my friends made my dress for me, and they barely charged me like what it's worth. And I had, I had a friend do my hair, my friend did my makeup. Like, so I think for me it's kind of that process is fun because you're going to prom again. And we like go this stop, and then I have disappointment, and.
And on a very basic level, it's like you don't have to decide whether you're gonna shower or not, like on radio tour, So it's fun to get dolled up and hit the town.
Yeah, just feel really.
Now, you brought Megan Trainor. Now, I was searching through Twitter all night, obviously, and there was a lot of negative comments towards, different genres coming into the awards.
Sure,
Besides
yeah.
country. Like, how do you guys feel about that? Because I know, like, back in June, the CMT Awards, they had Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
And how do you guys feel about that, like, mixing genres?
You go ahead. I have a.
I think aside from their commentary, I think that speaks loudly about country fans because they know what they like and they want to protect their genre, And I think that is definitely a great thing.